Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Weekly Win. My name is Ken, and I'm joined with my co-host Tim.
Hello, everyone.
Tim, you brought this one to me. It's a really interesting one. There's a Facebook whistleblower. Excuse me. There
Yeah.
is a Facebook whistleblower. I never thought I'd see the day.
Yes, someone decided it's finally time to out the Zuck.
Zuckerberg, your days are numbered. You're going to have to testify to the Senate again, where they'll just...
Do nothing.
Yeah, you can go. You can go.
How much money are you paying us? Oh, yeah, you can go. Oh,
Yeah.
did I
We'll
say
give you
that
the
out loud?
Fauci treatment. Yeah, just be on your way, buddy. So I'd like to talk real quick about kind of what was exposed.
Yeah.
I listened to the interview that 60 Minutes put on YouTube. By the way, there will be a pinned comment with all the stuff that we're going to be talking about. The interview for 60 Minutes YouTube. There's going to be a transcript of it, and there's also going to be a video of the Senate hearing, which will be happening October 5th. We're recording this on the 4th, but you'll hear it on the 6th. So there's that.
A little behind the curtains for everyone.
Yeah, we like to pull back the curtains and expose ourselves because it's all right. We're not afraid.
In the most illegal ways possible.
Oh, yeah. We're transparent, unlike the government. Absolutely. So the 60 Minutes interview, basically, we didn't really learn anything new that we didn't already know. For instance, it was leaked again that Instagram is supposedly really bad for young teenagers. Who could have guessed that one? Excuse me. Who could have guessed that one? Certainly not us. What else is there? They said something like 3 to 5% of the total hate they find on Facebook is actually policed, and something like 0.6% of all of their incitement and violence. I don't know if it's complaints, cases, whatever it is. Something only 0.6% are actually, policed on the platform. So much for that. Lol bros. They're not actually policing shit on that.
Could have told you that years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a lot we didn't know. There's some bits and pieces I'm sure that I'm forgetting right about now. But largely it's all things that we already knew.
Well, I brought up the leaks because something interesting happened today. As we said, we're recording on the 4th, Monday. And as you might have noticed, your favorite Facebook apps might have gone down for a few hours.
Oh boy, are you going to tell us why? You technical wizard, you?
I think I will, because this is halfway my show, and I can do what I want.
All right, be my
And this
guest.
is our topic, So, as you have heard, I am more of a technical person. I come from a technical background, so I will be explaining this, but I will be breaking down to the best of my ability. And, of course, it'll be in the pinned comments or in our website or wherever below, depending on where you're watching or listening. You'll be able to find some more information. However, essentially, and when you have a network, right, you have like Facebook's network where they got their servers and all their secrets and lizard people or whatever. On the edge of that tucks the internet, you have your edge router. That's like at home, the router that you plug everything into. Same thing, except fancier, and they have a lot more of them. Earlier today, those routers stopped communicating with the internet. At first, it was thought to be a DNS issue, which is basically when you type in facebook.com into Google and it brings you to the website, there's a server in the middle called the DNS server that translates facebook.com into an IP address, which is a number that it uses to find Facebook servers and then give you the information back and forth. It was thought that those were the issues, which has happened before. If you think back in like February or something when half the internet went down, or 6 months before that when half the internet went down, those are usually DNS-related issues. However, it came out that instead of just being a DNS issue, the protocol that the routers use to talk from the edge router to the internet was not coming out at all. This was found out by some very fancy tech people running some quick tests, and no one really knew why. that these routers weren't sending out the information they're supposed to. And any attempts to get in, if you knew the exact IP address, any attempts to like reach the routers or anything inside of Facebook was met with just fails at the edge. So basically nothing beyond the router was reachable. It came out a little bit later that Facebook was having a lot of internal network issues at the same time. Anyone trying to get on the internal network for like work or anything, they couldn't access it. None of the workstations were working. People weren't able to get in the building because their door badges weren't working, because that's all on the network. Over time, you put these things together, a little bit more information comes out, and what it looks like is that someone went through and absolutely nuked their entire network, destroying the routers, the internal network, everything. Now, obviously, they're back up, so it wasn't too bad, but they did in 6 hours what most businesses would take 2 days to do. It's basically, this is a very impressive case of sabotage, and while they'll never admit to it, I'm curious to see what they have to say about it.
Facebook outage was an inside job. You heard it here first on the Weekly Win.
Of course. And the tie-in is that a lot of people are speculating that this outage has something to do with the whistleblower. Whether it's them covering their tracks or them trying to draw attention away, we won't know because they'll never admit to it. However, there's a lot of shady things going on here, as you would expect with Facebook.
Yeah, I do want to add real quick. There have been at least eight complaints filed in the Securities and Exchange Commission against Facebook, and some of them are for material misinformation or purposeful omission, something to that effect, toward investors, to their detriment, to the investors' detriment, which the SEC will absolutely fine any company under the sun for. Go ask them.
Yeah, that's about it. One last thing I want to mention before we go. You might have seen, if you're watching, or if you pay attention to the podcast, we have a new logo. One of our good friends, Drecky, decided to make us a logo. He's an avid listener. Shout out. And we're looking forward. We got new branding. We have new content ideas in the pipeline. We're really putting in some effort here for you guys. We're glad that you listen.
Shout out my main man, Drecky. And we are going to keep an eye on those complaints for you guys. Just real quick. Forgot to add that in. We're going to keep an eye on those. We're going to tell you how that goes.
Ken, would you like to close us out this week?
I can do that, absolutely. Tim, it's always a pleasure to speak with you, and everybody listening at home. It's always a pleasure to, share some news with you guys. As always, we hope you do well. Take care, and God bless.